Coach, you want a statement or question?
We can go right to questions. Thank you.
Coach Howard?
Juwan, the defense, especially early, looked like you guys were kind of scrambling, and when they got comfortable, I guess, can you speak to what you saw defensively early?
Yeah, give Nebraska, a lot of credit. They were ready. They came out and set the tone early. With their offensively, was able to, get cuts to the basket, also open shots from threes. And it was like we did a poor job defensively. We didn't come out with the energy and effort in the beginning of the game like we needed, especially being on the road. We gave Nebraska the confidence as far as seeing the ball go through the basket, whether it was on paint touches that led to finishes at the basket, or, like I stated earlier, with some of the open threes. Like looking at the stat sheet in the first half, Nebraska had 20 points in the first half, and that explains that they were the most aggressive team.
In a game like this for Nebraska, they lost 3 of their last 4, and it was a game they kind of needed to have for their postseason hopes. Did you anticipate them coming out as dialed in as they were, and especially on the defensive end?
Well, absolutely. I expected Nebraska to come out with the energy and effort that they displayed today. They're playing at home. They've had a lot of success here. They're playing really good basketball. Coach Hoiberg has his team playing at a very high level. Yeah, when you drop a few games, just like any coach. You get into the lab and you start, finding out like solutions. What can you do to get your team ready night in and night out? And I just thought, from the beginning of the game, like I stated, they were really good as far as being able to run their actions. We slowed them down a little bit with our zone, but then come out in the second half, made a couple layups from the zone, so they did a nice counter move. But overall, I wasn't too pleased with how we played, but you got to give Nebraska credit. They did a hell of a job.
Nebraska came out really strong on the rebounding front, especially on the offensive boards. How did that kind of hinder you guys, and then what adjustments did you guys try to make to kind of fix it?
Well, as I recall, like Jason, he set the tone early. He got, some finishes in the inside that really got the crowd into it, and then Tamiaga made some tough threes from the outside, and that really got him going with confidence, and it ignited the team as well as the crowd. Defensively, we try to do our best as far as slowing them down with a lot of different actions and movement that they have within their sets, but they did a fantastic job, from with the ball movement, making plays for one another. And just, this is a good learning tool for us, as far as defensively, we got to, be able to, match teams when they come out with that type of energy. Our goal was to win the first 5 minutes, but unfortunately, we didn't accomplish it.
Juwan, where are you at, I guess, with the team offensively as far as finding good shots, especially when Doug's not out there?
I'm still trying to figure out your question. Can you please be a little bit more specific?
What did you make of the shots you got, I guess, tonight, the quality of the looks?
Well, some of the looks that we got, we didn't finish in the interior like we could have. We had some shots at the rim that did not fall. I knew, from watching film that Nebraska, they bring a lot of guys to the paint to try to, stop you from getting those paint touches. The same goes for, like on those drives where we didn't finish it, when we sprayed it out to some of our shooters, we didn't shoot it consistently like we wanted to. But I just overall love the fact of how we competed, from the last 5 to 6 minutes in the first half, and also, through the second half, because we could have easily just packed it in and say, you know what, you got this one, because of, being down by almost 30. But, our team kept fighting, and I respect the way how we played with pride, towards the end.
In the past, you've mentioned that you guys have struggled with the defending the dribble, but today it seemed like it was more the ball movement that was.
I can't hear you, young man.
Yeah. In the past, you guys have you've mentioned that you've struggled to defend the dribble a little bit more, but today it was a lot of ball movement that Nebraska was beating you on. What does it take to kind of when you know that you have that problem, how do you sort of adjust when an entirely different side of the defense is?
Oh yeah, well if you watched it closely, like I said earlier, we adjusted with a zone, and we got the stops what we needed within our zone. And that's what really keyed our run towards the end of the half, and then also in the second half. Thank you.